with the train in the main.
Alright, welcome back.
This is our third retake of any part.
Yeah, Lolly, you make a backup, please, next time.
I always have backups. I
But
archive
how do you
everything.
keep losing them then?
No,
I overridden it.
WMan, I've been in this fucking game for a while. 3 retakes, 20 parts in, it's not bad.
Alright.
We're doing okay, actually. But it does mean we have to look at this part again, which I really don't really care for that much whatsoever.
Well, at least it's probably one of the better sections of the
And
game.
at least we're actually, like, releasing this part that, like, not a month later from the other parts. Because we tend to do that. Like, we do a part, and then it's, like, a month until we do another part.
Also, if I haven't mentioned this specific section with the gas, this is my most hated section.
I don't know, I kind of like this section.
It fucks with my eyes because I wear glasses, but that's about it.
I don't know, I like this section because it had a very, like... I know this is going to be ironic because I knocked the apartment complexes for a similar reason, but it had a sense of exploration inside of this part, and I kind of, you know, liked having to use a gas mask and, you know, putting it on and off in certain situations.
That room, you could breathe in this room.
Yeah.
I would have imagined you'd like the Stalker series more then.
The reason I didn't like the Stalker series is because the guns all felt like pea shooters.
Well, that's why you modded.
Well...
I didn't have that problem with Call of Propriet.
I've been playing Shadow of Chernobyl and Clear Sky, I think.
Clear Sky is the worst from what I've heard.
What I also like is that you set the difficulty higher, both you and the enemies take more damage. That's beautiful.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I hate bullet spongy enemies.
And that's exactly why I didn't like Stalker, because, I don't know, I downloaded this mod pack, I think, but that might have had something to do with it. I downloaded this mod pack called, Complete Pack or something? I'm not sure.
I've never heard of that. Usually the most popular mod
It
is
comes with,
Misery.
like, a bunch of popular mods for Stalker, and I think among them was, like, an AI overhaul and all that shit, and...
Was that any good?
Well, I mean... Theoretically, or it would have been good. I'm pretty sure it's great for enthusiasts. I just read, okay, where are the essential Stalker mods I need to get for my first playthrough? Oh, what's this? A complete pack? Done.
Don't most people recommend just vanilla for their first playthrough, though?
Look, I do that with shit. I do that with shit like Bethesda games because their vanilla gameplay does not stand well on its own. But the as far as Stalker goes, though,
That just makes me
think. Oh
think.
wait, I meant to say that the vanilla Bethesda gameplay does not stand well on its own. What I'm saying is, like, I tried Stalker and I don't know, it didn't click. It didn't click with me.
That just makes me think. Imagine a Bethesda Stalker game.
Oh, it'd be terrible.
Yeah, it would be pretty awful.
I mean, the obvious joke is Fallout, but no, there is a massive tonal difference there.
You know,
and also, you could tell Morley's opinion about this whole section because he sped it up, which works for me. Speaking
of Fallout, I wish Obsidian made more games. Like, they have this kind of curse almost where they do a great job with story elements, but they make flawed gameplay most of the time. Or it's like the games are really buggy, or they don't have like some kind of quality assurance team or something. But their games are always memorable. That's the thing.
I still need to play the very first Fallout and Fallout 2.
Have you played Alpha Protocol yet?
Fallout 2
I haven't.
Oh, dude, you need to
play
play.
Alpha Protocol
You
2.
need to play Alpha Protocol.
The
gameplay is, like I said with Obsidian, the gameplay is always a little rough around the edges, but the story elements are great. And I normally don't go like renegade runs in you know, games of multiple conversation wheels and stuff. But my god, is it fun to be a dick in Alpha Protocol.
Yeah, so far you've mentioned Alpha Protocol at least 4 times, 5 times if you count the retakes.
Can I mention that Alpha Protocol is the only game that made me feel like a right sly bastard?
Yeah.
And managed to pull it off with dialogue wheels.
Yep.
I remember your example was you can play as a bearded bloke that's a dick.
Yep.
You know, I mean, the whole... I'm not going to spoil it, but there is one ending where you can just make a villain get so mad at how far you fucking rused him.
Yep.
That's the only game where, by player choice, you could just not... Through story decisions of your own accord, you can pull that off. I fucked up in my playthrough, though, because I went to Shanghai last, which is where you meet the most fun characters, in my opinion.
You know, I agree there. Shanghai is easily one of the best parts of the game.
Yeah, but I'd recommend going there early so you can get fucking Nolan North on side early.
Oh shit, you can get Nolan North.
Not literally Nolan North, sadly, but, you know. Nolan North is knocking about in the spy world in that game.
Nolan North plays Nolan North.
Uncharted 4, Nolan North and Troy Baker are playing brothers. It's beautiful.
Really?
Regardless of opinion, yeah, regardless of your opinion about Uncharted, that's beautiful.
Well, you know, I
really
kind of liked Uncharted. I mean, it felt like unlike The Last of Us, it felt like in Uncharted, the set pieces accompany the gameplay. Like, they're just as over the top as the gameplay. You know what I mean? The problem with The Last of Us is that the gameplay was bland, and the cutscenes were all that carried the game. You know what I mean?
I can get that.
Yeah. So, so Hatred just got censored.
I was gonna bring that one up just at the same time, and I knew you were going into that. I'm kind of annoyed for very selfish reasons, because I wanted to I wanted to get that at the same time, because Postal 1 is also getting remade, and I kind of wanted to do a comparison and a contrast to it.
Look, the thing about Hatred for me, like, I think it's... Personally, I think it's in poor taste, the game. I mean...
Yeah.
But that... I will defend to the death its right to get published, because, you know, it's as much as I think that the gameplay itself in Hatred will be bland, because, I mean, what's the fun of shooting civilians? They don't fight back. There's no challenge.
There is no catharsis to that.
It's fun if you have, like, Dragon Ball Z power and you can launch them everywhere.
Yeah, you know, if it's goofy like that.
Then it's kind of like openly cartoony. This is just gritty, like...
Yeah.
Shooting people who are just begging to not die and offering no resistance.
And that's like, where's the fun in that?
Edgepants.
Where's the fun in that? But it deserves to get published. You should never take down anything. If you're gonna take down Hatred, take down Gone Home, because that is clearly a bullshit excuse of the game. And
well,
I go into why, but that's not what this commentary is about.
I'll be honest, I would say if you were to take down Hatred, you should probably take out that, what is it, that gender-swapping dating game that recently came out on Steam Greenlight.
Well, let's slow down here. Let's slow down here. Hatred has nothing to do with gender politics.
I'm not talking stuff. I'm just talking about how shitty the game is.
I'm talking more in terms of censorship, about what is right and what isn't right to get published, right?
Alright, but, you know, shooting civilians isn't fun, but I'm just gonna say from a gameplay perspective, police do offer resistance.
Yes.
And they are clearly in the game.
Yeah.
But, and I'm gonna also bring up Postal 1 is on Steam, and Postal 1 has none of the camp that Postal 2 does.
Yeah.
It is psychotic. It's depressing. You are a guy who's just been kicked out of his home and you're killing stuff. The whole objective is kill a certain amount of population on this map and progress, and it ends with an attempted school shooting.
Wow.
That's... yeah. Have you ever watched the ending to Postal 1?
I've
fucking... It's... oh my god.
I never actually played any of the... I never played any of the Postal games, but that just makes me wonder how the fuck that evolves into Postal 2.
Yeah, it's weird as well, because it's the same guy in Postal 2, but no one really gives a fuck about plot in Postal games. They just... I mean, Postal 1 is so serious, and Postal 2 is so bizarre in comparison, because then it became a parody of American media, which is, oh my god.
I think satire is key here. I mean... You can do the exact same shit in Grand Theft Auto as you can do in Hatred, and nobody bats a fucking eye.
I'd argue people do bat an eye, but GTA has the profile.
No. I mean, nobody who matters bats an eye. Like, you don't see people taking down Grand Theft Auto from Steam because of its violence against civilians.
You do see him taking it away from Target, but that's just another story for another day.
Oh yeah, speaking of censorship and...
I want to keep my opinion of social justice warriors out of unnecessary detour, because that's not what this is about.
Yeah.
I really...
These should just be fun videos where we just shoot the shit.
We're here to, like, talk about goofy shit and games we played and all that shit. They grind my gears, to say the least. I'd go into why, but that's not what this is about.
I just caused a zombie to lose all of his limbs by shooting him in the face.
Yeah.
You know, I like this game doesn't kill them the moment they lose both arms. I'm always disappointed when, like, whenever facing in a zombie game, you can't remove all the limbs and just leave a torso.
Yeah, I know Left 4 Dead can't do that. That's disappointing.
Well, wait a second. Doesn't Left 4 Dead 2 have, like, this super detailed gore system where...
It does.
Oh, well. There you go.
Kind of. I remember on the developer commentary they mentioned that they had like a gore folder, and they were just like, okay, we can't go this whole gore folder's length in gore.
Well, then again, you know,
there's two. Yeah.
I mean, Soldier of Fortune had just different models and stuff, as far as I know.
I think the way, I think the way Left 4 Dead 2 does it is that they have body groups on each of the like zombies.
Yeah.
I assume you guys know what body groups are because both of you played Source games long enough.
Huh?
Yeah, I can kind of infer what a body group is.
Yeah.
But basically, I know that if you shoot him in the guts with a shotgun, you see guts. Same thing happened in Soldier of Fortune.
So what's your opinion?
I remember being 10 and my like 11-year-old friend showing me Soldier of Fortune.
Speaking of gore systems, what's your opinion on Killing Floor 2 getting a PS4 release?
I have no opinion because I'm just going to PC that shit up, but I'm happy that PS4 owners have the option.
You know,
Killing
I
Floor
am
is a great
too,
game.
but there's this natural skepticism on what would happen to the PC version of the game these days when there's a console version.
Speaking of which, that reminds me, what is your thoughts on Grand Theft Auto 5?
Who, me?
Yeah, it's getting on PC.
Yeah, I do want it on PC. I'm just gonna say that, because that first-person mode looks hilarious.
Look, I'm still a bit salty about that San Andreas update.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I didn't wait a year holding off from buying the PS3 and Xbox version just to not get it for PC, you know what I mean?
I get you.
Also, the very first video TehSnakerer showed me of Grand Theft Auto 5's first-person mode was like a video or a webm.
Oh, it was a
webm. It was of the character kicking a cat over.
What? Oh.
Yeah. And this, you didn't have cats in the original. That's an addition.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
They added a bunch more wildlife, so hopefully we can get some Red Dead memories of just there were cougars, if I'm remembering right.
Am I the only one
5.
in the world that did not like Red Dead Redemption? I mean,
You're the only person I've met.
Look, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I think it's a fantastically made game. And even the gameplay itself, it stands up. I just think it kind of like drags on a bit. Is the problem that I have with it. I mean,
my best friend, he beat the game, he got to the farming section at the end, which I like from a narrative perspective, which is, no, I'm not doing farming after all. It's like, but the ending, the character arc is like, no, I'm not doing the farming.
Yeah. And I also had the displeasure of having the game spoiled for me, before I got to finish it, which,
That sucks, because that is a good ending.
Yeah, and I normally don't care about ending spoilers, but the game was already a drag, and that was the only thing that was keeping me going through the whole game, just knowing what was going to happen next, and mystery's gone, you know?
Yeah, I know you're pretty serious when it comes to actual spoilers for games you're about to play.
Yes, I
remember
am.
you were pretty serious about, like, Walking Dead Season 2.
Well, the whole game of Walking Dead, the whole Telltale shtick is story. You know, you don't spoil something like that. That's like giving away an entire portion of a game.
Speaking of which, did you ever actually finish Season 2? I remember I bought you
No,
that.
I haven't finished Season 2, but,
Finish it, you dork.
I'm going to, but, you know, I'm still... I have to...
Just finish it before it gets spoiled.
You know, Lawley, I think that's the first time you've ever showed aggression in any of these videos. Calling
Oh,
man
man.
for not finishing.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Thanks to fucking commentary columns, I have played every episode of Season 2 3 times.
I don't know. I got, like... I remember getting upset that I was like, oh shit, I didn't play 400 days and those decisions, like, carry over into Season 2, and I'm like, fuck! You know, so I took a long break from it.
Oh man, we didn't talk about this section, but this is one of the coolest fucking shit scenes in the game.
Oh, what?
This area where you can stealth it, or if you're me, fucking wreck everyone's shit with a shotgun, and it's satisfying either. Oh, poor bastard. Is he dead?
This gun even disappeared too.
I wonder if there's ever gonna be a game where, like, flashlights don't shine straight through the doorway.
It'll probably, the technology will get there someday.
Well, I mean, they probably already have it in some other game, but, like, I just haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it at all, and like...
I mean, and I totally get why that happens. It's like basically painting a model. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's how it's like.
Fucking red radios are the best.
Beautiful.
Anyway.
I'm kind of glad that guy got killed, because he would have had PTSD from that.
Yeah.
Pretty severe, like, my best mate was killed by a radio.
That's one of those things that's, like, genuinely awful, but in hindsight, it seems morbidly funny. So,
yeah. Well, it's their fault. They're the one who signed up to do that.
Yeah.
Oh. Just Larry having a laugh at the funeral plays video killed the radio star.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
I just realized by making that joke, I'm really sad the original recording got lost because I made a great pun later on in this part and I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
So, just imagine that pun and be entertained.
I can put the audio of it in the description.
Oh yeah, because I've still got my audio.
Yep.
But yeah, the reason we're retaking is I managed to override part 19 onto port 20.
I hope you have fun with that pun with no context attached to it.
Oh, man.
Place it anywhere in the video and see if it holds up. Just not in the intended
I almost
spot.
regret bringing up the whole, like, hatred thing, because then we got into some seriously controversial shit, and that's not what this is about.
It'll be fine. I say it will be fine, I have no idea.
Well, you know, YouTube
I think
commenters, they're a wily bunch.
We lost half of our fan base.
Oh, well, you know what, you're right,
civil,
you're right. I take that back, because our subs are awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are all cool. We're talking about it. We're thinking in general terms of what we see on YouTube comments on a regular basis.
Yesterday, somebody called us a less cynical Retsupre.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lawley had kind of half forgotten it, so he said a cynical Retsupre, which confused the hell out of me.
Yeah,
no. What I said was I thought he said he thought we were a more cynical Retsupre.
Oh man.
Oh,
How do you be a
want to be
more
seen as
cynical
cynical.
Retsupre? Do you just like deadpan everything and go like, oh, this game is shit. Jokes are bad. I wish I wasn't here right now.
Look, you've attempted humor. We decided that humor was so 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Now it's just about being dead on the inside.
This gameplay is boring. He's just waiting in a bathroom.
Oh, you're on the shitter. Well, it does represent everything that's going on right now.
Yep.
I wish I was these guys, so I'd be dead right now.
Wait, where'd that grenade come from again? Did you throw that grenade?
Do toilets occasionally have grenades that just flow out of them?
Yeah.
I just cut someone's leg off by kicking that door.
Oh man.
Boy.
Yes,
It's
Lolly,
just-
there are weapons and toilets everywhere. What are you still doing here?
It's setting the atmosphere. I just realized this is basically some Home Alone tier shit. Oh, here it is.
There we go, best shotgun.
Don't
Speaking
need
of-
anything else.
Speaking of Home Alone tier, for some reason I got really excited the other day because I saw a fake movie poster of a new Home Alone movie.
Are
It actually
you're
looked
still
decent.
excited for Home Alone movies after, like, the last few?
The last two sucked, but I liked the, but the reason I was excited for it was that it had like the original cast, like the two original like.
Are you talking about this
Wet
one
Bandits
that's
guy.
about them having an existential crisis?
Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
You know, the thing about Home Alone, I found Home Alone to be kind of interesting because it gets into the whole discussion about at what level is violence still humorous? You know what I mean? Because
Slapstick, man.
yeah, no, I know, but like that's the thing about slapstick. It works best in cartoons when there's a disconnect from reality. In Home Alone 2, they have people stepping on nails. And that's just like that kind of walks the line, you know what I mean? Because it's not a cartoon.
The British TV show. Have you ever watched the British TV show Bottom or
I've never
The Young
heard of it.
Ones? Oh man, I would recommend Bottom because that is live action British slapstick, and it does cross the line a lot. It kind of goes so far that it becomes funny.
It's like
and kind of depressing.
It's like it's like the time in Tom and Jerry where when Tom gets hurt, it would use actual cat sounds, and that was kind of like disturbing, right? But then they changed it to you know, a human voice actor, and then it becomes funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember that. Speaking of which, I remember what killed fucking Tom and Jerry. That was like back when they got
The
voices.
movies.
Yeah, the movies are terrible.
I
don't really think
as
that
a
that's
goddamn
disputed.
5-year-old.
Wait, what did you
Just
say?
Morley setting the scene. I had that movie as a 5-year-old. I do not remember what
which
5-year-old me
one?
thought
Because-
of it, but I know I watched it more than once. The first movie.
Well, which one
the
though?
one with the little girl.
The one with the little girl. Oh, that's like the
I-
original Tom. That's the OG
Yeah, and
one.
the house fire and shit.
Yeah.
I think that might be actually one of the good ones.
No,
No.
it isn't, Lolly. It really isn't.
Is that the one that has spawned that one meme with like the
It's the
we've
one.
got to have more money?
It's the one where
money,
they. Fuck. I think it's the one where Tom and Jerry like end up actually singing about being friends.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
musical numbers in that fucking movie.
Yeah, it was bad.
I'm sorry,
I'm glad
but like
you changed your opinion.
we're talking about, like, you know how Lolly brought up the thing about cynicism. Well, I'm too cynical for musicals anymore. Like I can't stand musicals.
I can only stand ironic musicals.
Okay,
now,
I can.
which is kind of I don't know
can
what to say
tolerate,
about that.
I can tolerate ironic musicals or ones that are like obscenely vulgar, which is kind of like a double positive, I guess.
I actually
anything-
like singing in the rain, so I'm just gonna walk away from that.
Well, singing
like
in the
that one,
rain is
too.
okay. I mean, it was okay. You know, I'm not going to dispute that.
Actually, one of WMan's favorite songs is a fucking remix of that.
Oh,
what else
right.
is
Well, it used to be one of my
by Mid
favorites.
Royale.
Yeah.
We'll get back to this discussion next part where I watch West Side Story.
Yeah, my musical taste kind of changed over the years. You can see that reflected in my music picks, which is like 4 playlists I have on my YouTube channel.
I always like things like where you have like different types of like favorites of each year because you can see how like much your taste has changed over the years.
And some of that stuff that I put in my music picks is like used just purely for archival purposes. It's not stuff that I tend to like listen to. Most of the dubstep kind of like falls under that category, but some of it not. Like, for example, my Music Picks 4 has stuff that reflects my current music taste. So, anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about myself because something interesting is happening on screen. Hey, Jake speaking!
Oh yeah, Lordy, you told us last part that line because they're dead changes based on how you actually approach the previous part.
I actually forgot to mention that this time.
I remembered.
I don't really like how we did this take. I mean, you know, there's some stuff, but, you know, whatever. Here at Unnecessary Detour, we put barely any effort into this. We're just a bunch of schmucks, like, talking over video games.
I'll have you know, it's a pain in the ass trying to find all the fucking helmets and putting in correct timing.
Time-consuming, maybe, but not really that big a pain in the ass.
No, that's the thing, W-Man. You and me on this playthrough, we're the low-effort schmucks. Lorley is the one who has to go through all the fucking actual hassle.
We're a team! We suck together!
Lorley, at least half of that effort is just ours, purely by presence. I'll take 75% of the credit, though, it's fine. Can't let you have that credit bog you down.
Well, screw 75%. How about we both, like, take 100% of the credit, and like, Lolly takes 0%. Yeah, screw you, Lolly. You know, editing and filming footage for us. We're talking over video games. We do way more work than you.
You know, I actually hate talking. I only talk when I'm recording this stuff.
Yeah.
I put myself through that. Well,
are we riffing Darkside Phil right now?
We're not riffing anybody in particular. We're making fun of ourselves right now.
I was just saying stuff that was kind of bizarre.
I was just saying stuff that was like as demeaning as possible to all three of us.
It's kind of funny when you're trying to take the piss out of ourselves by making ourselves look lowest common denominator that Lorley does draw the Darkside Phil comparison.
You know, it is kind of ironic, isn't it?
It's beautiful. Anyway, I remember you telling me as well, you got the SOCOM, you never need to change handgun again, but I know because you spoiled this, you do.
I do.
SOCOM, man. SOCOM. It's a SOCOM.
SOCOMs are alright. I like the laser sight on it, but I switched to a different gun.
If I recall correctly, the SOCOM has an amazing firing sound. Sound design is underrated in video games.
Oh yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, sound design is way too underrated in video games. You can make the most powerful and well-balanced shotgun in a game seem like a pea shooter with the wrong sound. It's like how in Doom 3...
You need the right amount of punch.
Yeah, it's like how in Doom 3, like, the shotgun is actually... the shotgun itself is actually very kind of, like, underpowered. It's got a huge-ass spread, it barely does any damage to higher-level enemies, but, my gosh, that sound... You know, it's great. It's great how sound design can make or break a game, and yet, like, so many people focus on graphics instead.
Gonna have to graphics.
What?
I just fucking... I was gonna mention something, but that was just weird, and he threw me off entirely.
Oh my god, oh fuck.
I never do anything like that, too.
He's really threw me off now. I don't know what to say.
I'm pretty sure that I'm like...
I don't know why. I just had Shantron stuck in my head when I said that. When it said that.
I always like...
I remember the pun I made.
Oh shit. Oh, I'm sorry.
Now I can't mention it.
Damn it.
Oh, don't worry. It's hopefully you'll give me the same setup you did last time.
Shit.
Maybe we'll be okay.
I always like consider myself like the third wheel of the group because I always talk about... Like, I go on long rants about shit.
I always feel like the third wheel because both of you do most of the talking.
Oh, shit.
I feel like the third wheel because you two actually know shit about this game, and I'm just the guy who's played it and beaten it once.
Well, if we're all third wheels, where's the fucking other wheels?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that make it 6 wheels?
Let's fuck ours with 6 wheels.
Oh shit. Talking.
I was considering setting myself up for this pun, but that would be too pathetic.
This is our worst part yet.
I'm liking it so far. Just not to be, you know. I thought it was going well. I couldn't make the defragging computer joke.
Oh shit. Wait, I thought you said that you forgot the pun.
No, I remembered the pun.
I caused him to forget it with my stupid joke.
I caused him to forget it with my, like, teenager tier ranting. Oh shit. Oh shit. Save us, green shirt!
Oh, I remembered what I was gonna say. Great. So, the thing I hate most in sound design in games is when they've clearly recorded, like, a fucking shot sound from when the gun is going full auto.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate that. The actual MP7 in this does that.
Yeah, it's not an individual shot sound. I hate
fun
that.
fact here, Lolly's showing, like, different outcomes that can happen here.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So zombies could bust in, or... Is there any kind of, like, thing that causes this, or is it just randomly picked?
Just randomly picked?
I think it's randomly picked, yeah.
Because I was assuming, like, if you stealth past the soldiers, maybe this would happen, but then that'd kind of be shitty, because it kind of defeats the purpose of you sneaking by them. So, the Mossberg, it's a fucking cannon.
Yes.
Feel that.
Fuck yeah.
He hit the wall instantly.
I'm not sure if you, like, see the RPG that Underhell has in,
I've seen it once because they did that really stupid, like, bullshit thing you have to do in the prologue.
Oh, okay, alright. Because I was about to say, like, I only recall seeing the RPG in the extra level that was designed for, well, I put quotes around designed because, fuck, it's so glitchy to play Underhell co-op.
But yeah, you can get an RPG in the prologue, but what you have to do is you have to kind of ruin your run by, like, I think you have to kill a cop, and then you have to go to the top, and then you have to kick a door, and it falls without, like, it falls over, and it doesn't actually have a doorknob, and it's just a dark room with the RPG.
Huh.
Okay, now that's the weirdest thing in Underhell. Forget the cyborg robot, which I'm still waiting to figure out that shit. Just... no, I'm not waiting to figure out that shit.
I don't think it was a cyborg robot. I remember reading about it, and I think MXZ said it was like a high-tech suit of some kind that disintegrates itself so, you know, the technology, you know, isn't stolen.
Oh, like the Cobra unit.
Or like the nanosuits from, like, Crisis, yeah.
Or just a model that was meant for Gary's mod.
Oh yeah,
okay,
I remember
actually,
using that.
I take back being confused about it, because that actually makes perfect sense.
I remember
with what we've
using
yet to see.
that as a player model, like, way before Underhell came out. Well, maybe before Chapter 1 came out.
I remember always seeing it on Gary'sMod.org.
Yeah.
It's a nice model.
It is a very nice model. I do like its design. I wonder if they'll overhaul it, though, for, like, the Steam release.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're doing a Steam release.
Well, you know, it's...
Oh yeah, it is on Greenlight.
I'm not sure what's gonna come out first, like Black Mesa Source or Underhell's Steam release. I mean,
it's probably gonna be Black Mesa.
I'm thinking it's gonna be Underhell because they're just gonna release. As far as I know, I mean, they could probably, fact check this in the comments because those awesome people actually, comment on our videos. But oh no, the part's ending.
I'm fading to black.
Oh no. Life is misery. We're still fading to black. Oh, the screen is black now.